Hey everyone, I'm Chris Thompson. This is
Mike Mandel.
We are Mike Mandel Hypnosis, and today, interestingly, we often talk about hypnosis. This is a personal development video. This is a video all about how to be a fascinating presenter. Now, This is for anyone giving any kind of presentation, whether you're a teacher, a trainer, presenting in a boardroom, etc. Right. Now, the genesis of this video, I was sitting around one day thinking, why is it that this guy, Mike Mandel, is such a freaking fascinating presenter?
Thanks, Chris.
And yeah, there you go. There's your nice compliment for the day. So you can buy me lunch, you bastard. So why is he so freaking awesome at presenting? And it occurred to me, there are 3 things that all start with the letter E that make anyone a fascinating presenter.
This is nice. You've said it as 3 E's, and I know what one of them is bound to be, even though you've written this.
Yeah.
It's experience, because I'm an old guy. I've done this a long, long time, and having been on stage as an entertainer and presented, giving keynotes to corporate groups for almost 45 years, you just get experience. And the more you can speak in front of people, the more you can present, the more experience you'll have. And automatically you'll be congruent and you'll be much more confident regardless of your audience.
And that's a major key, right? That even if you don't yet have a lot of experience, if you take on the persona as if you've done this a lot, you know your material, maybe you've practiced it, at least you have experience practicing it, you're gonna have the congruence and the confidence when you get up on stage or get in front of that boardroom or whatever it is. All right, the second E is, and this is one that is universal, education.
Right.
You have to know your subject, right?
You've got to know your stuff. It's, one speaker years ago said to an agent friend of mine, he was trying to get work and the agent said, "What do you speak on?" And he said, "Anything. I'll speak on anything at all." This is a guy who's giving away the fact that he's a dilettante. He doesn't know a lot of stuff. He just knows a little bit about a lot of stuff. And in reality, find your topic, know your topic inside out, self-educate yourself. You can, that's a bit redundant.
Self-educate yourself. Do that.
And do it yourself. So what you're going to make a point of doing is learning your topic inside out. You must know more about it than your audience does. And by doing that, you'll have the requisite schema, the knowledge that will enable you to make great presentations and also to field any questions you get.
And it makes sense to pick a niche that you are interested in because you'll have more passion, you'll go out, you'll seek more knowledge, you'll be interested in the subject, you'll get the book smarts, the video training, the practice, whatever it is. You want to have a high degree of education, which means really knowledge and all the schema around it. Okay. The third one, and this one is really important. It's something that most people, including me, don't have a ton of skill in yet, and it is the idea of bringing entertainment. So this is something I've started noticing and modeling about you many, many years ago, but what do you think I mean by entertainment? What can we share here?
When you are entertaining, it is the ability to grab your audience's attention so they don't lose the point. They don't lose what you're saying, and they'll follow your points right through to conclusion. That can be anything. It can be throwing in a few comedy lines every now and then, as long as you don't overdo it. It can be coming out and smiling and engaging people by looking them in the eye as you talk. I would always make sure if somebody wasn't paying attention, I'd speak directly to that person. And I've seen Jordan Peterson do this too. And that grabs that person's attention, and you are more entertaining automatically when you're engaging your audience. When I used to do hypnosis shows, I'd do mentalism when I first came out. I'd have a couple of quick mentalism effects that would grab everybody. Once you've got them laughing, once you've got them interested, then bang, the rest of it is very simple.
I'm really glad you brought that up because I was thinking in terms of entertainment, the most common thing that I think about is humor. So the ability to drop some humor in, whether it's planned in advance, you have a joke that you know just lands really well at a certain point in your presentation, or you just respond to something that the audience does in a fun way that builds rapport and keeps people laughing, that's entertainment. But you also said the wonderful thing.
Scary, I was entertaining you.
There you go. But you brought up a good point that if you can do anything that fascinates someone, magicians aren't funny, right?
Not usually, some are.
But I mean, the main thing, you don't go to a magician because, he's going to make me laugh. He makes stuff appear out of nowhere. It's fascinating. He makes stuff disappear. So if you can fascinate people, that is entertainment as well.
Right. Now, Chris isn't saying, if you're going to be speaking at your work, giving a presentation.
Make a rabbit come out of a hat.
Or rent a white tiger and have it vanish or something. I mean, there's limits to the model. But you can find ways of making it entertaining, enjoyable for people. The last thing you want to do is just be boring, because boredom absolutely destroys any kind of speaking.
Right. Speaking of which, this video is going on a bit.
Yeah, a bit
no, I'm
too long.
kidding. Okay, so let's talk about.
Comment. It's really entertaining.
I know.
Squeeze on my nose.
Maybe in editing will be even like a red clown nose.
Maybe we
on
just
you.
remove it.
So when it comes to applying this, let's just wrap this up. So Mike Mandel, you have a lot of experience on stage, of course. That's presenting to crowds, that's doing therapy in the therapy room or forensic education. So you're going to get experience by doing this. How are you going to get your education?
Educate yourself. You know, my stuff, it comes from books.
It's cheap these days.
Videos. It comes from taking trainings with people. And the key with education is don't stop. Always keep learning, because you're losing stuff from your brain all the time. You got to keep putting stuff back in.
And what are your quick couple of tips on how to become entertaining? How did you add comedy and fascination?
One of the keys is be yourself, but more so. Don't model somebody else so that you're using their lines. Years ago, I used to teach, and my co-trainer, not him, my co-trainer was using all my funny lines from the previous training, getting all these great laughs before I even got to them. And I said, you're using all my material. He said, yeah, but it's funny. I said, that's not the point. Be yourself. Find your own funny lines, your own entertaining anecdotes. Be you.
All right. So let's give you an empowering ending. So what do you love, and what experience must you gain? And what about education?
What top resources will you need? What books will you read? What are you going to take on that will make you even better at being you?
All right, hope you enjoyed that video, and make sure you check the description. You can find out more about our personal growth membership, which is an amazing way to go through all kinds of our courses on how to make your life more awesome. You'll find that in the description. While you're here, may as well click that subscribe button on YouTube. And while you're doing that, you may as well ring the bell that's going to show up so you'll always get alerts of our latest YouTube videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again, and good night.